The first song that made a big impression on me was the song Killer Queen by the band Queen. I remember I was 15, I was hanging out with my friend Morgan, and this was in Santa Barbara, my hometown, and we were over at her house, and she was kind of the cooler friend, you know, the one that you idolize and maybe like have like a weird strange obsession / crush on them. And we were like standing on her bed, and she just hit play on a huge boombox, and the song that came out was Killer Queen, and like it's almost as though my world froze. And then I moved to LA when I was 17, and I was being mentored by this guy named Glenn Ballard, who made Jagged Little Pill for Alanis Morissette. I was a little bratty when I came to LA. I was a little entitled. You know, because I was in Beverly Hills. A big famous producer had taken me under his wing. I was getting a monthly allowance. I mean, I didn't come from anything, so this was all very exciting. I had a Louis Vuitton keychain on my Jetta. It was exciting, and I thought I was the bee's knees. And then someone said something to me one time and said, you know, you should be really grateful because it doesn't always last for people. And I was like, whatever, shut up. And then I got dropped, and then that Jetta got impounded, and I couldn't pay my bills. I heard more no's than I heard yeses. I built a lot of character, a lot of strength that I needed for today that I think if I were to have launched at 17, I would have already probably been finished by now. I was in Texas, and I was doing some promotion stuff for visiting radio stations, and I Kissed a Girl came on, and I filmed it. It was like early days of when you could film yourself. I think I was filming myself on the laptop, actually. And I was jumping around and I was very excited. In 2008, when that song came out, it was a little bit radical, but you know, the topic of bisexuality or who am I, like what is my preference? And so even though it was a very tongue-in-cheek kind of I kissed a girl and I liked it, because that's what I like to do sometimes. I like to do everything with a wink. So even though it's just, you know, a fun little pop song, sometimes fun little pop songs, they are the zeitgeist of what's going on in popular culture. You know, I do love a good innuendo. I love doing things with a little wink every once in a while. It's like, Mom and Dad know what this means, but just sing along, kids. You won't know for 10 years. For a long time, people were talking about bullying, and that was a big hot topic. And I think sometimes you can forget that you could be your own bully in some ways. Like you are the person that is standing in the way of your success, whether it's professionally or personally. And honestly, that was the case for me. I was having a great professional streak, but personally, I was really immature. And so I had to balance them out. Finally, I had enough, and I said, hey, you need to speak up for yourself. If you're not happy with something, you change it. You know, change it, make yourself better every single day. So I went to a lot of therapy, and I guess I put it in the way of like, you're going to hear me roar. Finally, I'm going to be able to speak up for myself. I try and keep my connection with the God, or with the power that's bigger than me. It's very important, I feel like, to believe in something bigger than yourself, because if not, you don't have any kind of accountability. If you just think, hey, at the end of it all, I'm just going to be dust, or I have no soul, or whatever, then why not just, you know, be a menace to society? Because you don't have anyone that you have to be accountable to. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes into making a film.
Yes, for sure.
And, you know, I hate mornings. So I told some executives over at the studios, I said, hey, if you want to start shooting at 11 a.m., I'm your girl. Otherwise, I'm not interested, because I live a rock star kind of life where I don't go to bed till 4. But I always say, if Ridley Scott wants to hire me for Blade Runner 2 to play Rachel, I am absolutely available. Goodness, who do I have a crush on? I actually kind of am dating my crush. I really actually had a crush on him for a long time, and it just so happens we fit together great.